I'm Paige Gray. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an interior designer who has spent years flipping and renovating my own homes, as well as spending every single day helping my clients do the same. If you're here, it's because you want help making intentional design decisions while renovating, and this video is going to cover everything you need to know about renovating and flipping your home, either for personal use so that you can use it as your forever home, or flipping for profit. I've broken down the process into 3 main phases. I'm going to walk you through each of them today so that you can understand how to apply it to your own space and make the most out of every single penny. Phase 1 is all about building a strong foundation, and it may seem boring, but trust me, it's all about the basics here. Think of your house as a blank canvas. In this phase, we want to address all the hard finishings that if you were to pack up and leave tomorrow, these are the things that are going to stay in your home for the next homeowner, including flooring, ceiling, walls, millwork, lighting, and hardware. What we want to remember in this phase is that you have seen the potential in this home for a reason. The bones are good and the value is there. You just need to tap into it. This is the most boring, basic part of the renovation, and for good reason. What we want to avoid here is you going and getting distracted by things like trends or costly investments that are going to take away from your long-term goals. This allows you to put your money into the renovations that are going to give you most return for your investment. This is where you need to trust me a little bit. I've done this a few times and I've coached a lot of homeowners in doing the same, and it works. We are going to start off by painting all of your walls, ceiling, and trim white. Don't get carried away here with the type of white. We want to go as basic and clean as we can. This means white off the shelf. Your painting lady at your building store is going to look at you like you're a crazy nutter. She does for me too. Don't worry, you can get through this phase. If you hang in there and spend the time to paint all of your house white, it is going to give you a fresh slate. Getting caught up in color drenching your dining room is going to take away from the long-term vision you have for your home. By building a strong foundation for your home in this way, it's doing a few things. Firstly, it's allowing you to study the way that you live in your space, the cadence of your family, how you ebb and flow through your rooms. The paint being the first step, it allows you to see how light actually comes and moves in and around your space, so that when you need to select things like lighting after you've painted, you know exactly how many bulbs to accommodate the type of lighting for each space. This first phase is all about discipline. It is so easy to get distracted by shiny, pretty things. I tell it to my clients all the time. Pinterest is not for this phase. This is the part where the rubber hits the road. If we think about your personal beauty regime, I would associate this phase of the design as the cleanse, de-pore, de-puff phase. We aren't focusing on things like jewelry and makeup and accessories, how our hair looks. In this phase, rather, we are focusing on a cleansing routine, good sleep habits, and a wellness nutrition plan that allows your skin to glow. This phase of your renovation can also feel quite monotonous. It's the boring slug through the trenches kind of work, and it's not fun. I will lay it out for you. We are still doing trim and a renovation for a home that we have lived in for 2 years. This is a phase unfolding as your budget allows, as your patience allows, because nobody can crack out a whole home's worth of trim in any short amount of time. Quite often, this phase takes up at least 80% of your renovation time and budget. But hang in there, you've got this. Included in this phase also is addressing all of your millwork and cabinets. We want to look at either painting and refreshing them, or replacing them with economical options such as IKEA, or looking to custom millwork companies to get the job done. While addressing the lighting in your home, I would suggest having 1 to 2 material finishes at most. In the case of getting through this phase quickly and effectively and with cost in mind, I would suggest going to your local building store, seeing what they have off the shelf as options that are all in the same finish so that there's continuity throughout your home. In the case of our own renovations, my husband and I over the last couple years have really leaned towards a black finish throughout. We find it's quite universally enjoyed. It's not trending to the point where we're going to see it fade in the next couple years, but it also feels on point for the time. We also mirror this in our finishes in our hardware. Mirroring your lighting finish selection into your hardware is a really easy, economical way to move forward in this phase, but you can get creative and explore highlighting different finish options in different rooms. For example, in our current home, we've chosen to select a brass finish for our kitchen hardware, but throughout the home, in our bathrooms and all of our door hardware is a consistent black. Don't get overwhelmed by flooring selections. We want this to be a very practical consideration with longevity in mind. This is not a place to really cheap out on the expense of being able to take one type of flooring as far as it can possibly go in your home. In our renovation, we've taken a vinyl plank through our entire main floor, throughout our laundry room and our bathrooms. Not only does it make cleaning our home a breeze, it also allows the space to feel bigger than it is. In the area of things like flooring selections, I feel as though it's important to listen to authenticity as well. I know that carpet on stairs is this really controversial design element. You either love it or you hate it, and I myself can't even think about leaning into the idea of hard surfaces on my stairs. With tiny feet and senior dogs, it is just a recipe for disaster. Phase 2 is where all the magic starts to happen. It is where authenticity takes its role on stage. Here we start to personalize your spaces with finishing touches in furniture and accessories, but it is equally as important in this phase as it was in the first not to fall into trends. It's about recognizing what you need to function in your space first. This part of the renovation is about looking to the material qualities as well as the visual aesthetics of how each piece of furniture and accessory is going to come and meet your life. Let's say you have kids or senior pets as I do. I know for myself, I cannot have a wool or viscose carpet in our home. I need to have something polyester or polypropylene, something that can really handle our Bissell wet vac and also the spills and stains that come with paw prints and sticky fingers. Fabrics have come a long way, but this is the classic example where you could very easily fall into a trend. Right now, all over Pinterest, I'm seeing beautiful linen furnishings, that lovely European relaxed feel. And it looks great in a photograph, but if you think about how a pair of linen pants look when you first put them on your body, and then 20 minutes later when your body is warmed up the fibers, how it looks much more relaxed. It is 2 sizes larger than where you started, and the wrinkles have set in. It's important to just really recognize and know yourself and how you live in this phase of your renovation. Designing authentically through window coverings is going to look differently for everyone. Depending on where you live and how you live, something like a roller shade that may be perfect for a city skyline where privacy is less of an issue is not going to work well for a neighborhood where you're cozied 10 feet away from your neighbor's kitchen window. This phase is also about allowing your story to unfold. When clients first approach me to talk about redesigning a space, it's always like they think there's this big elephant in the room when they want to address the fact that they love having all these family photographs out everywhere. I'm not here to argue with the way that you live, and I don't think anybody on this platform or any other should be discouraging you from doing things you love in your home, trend or not. In fact, as your designer, these are the elements that are most intriguing to me, and quite often exactly where we start when we're looking for design inspiration. Finally, we have landed at phase 3. This is what you've all been waiting for. I know it because this is where a lot of you choose to start your home renovations, and it is in fact where you finish them. In this third phase, we are going to add trends intentionally. Now that we have a solid foundation and an authentic living environment, it's time to play a little. The beauty of having all those white walls from phase 1 is that now you can introduce trends in a way that feels intentional. For example, in our own home, my husband and I have chosen to veer away from the color drenching theory, which is remarkable because I do love the look. However, our home is just not built for it. We have vaulted ceilings and live in our home in such a way that we really enjoy the brightness that the basic white has provided. But we didn't want to miss out on injecting color into our home, and so we've done it in a very intentional way by painting all of our interior doors a beautiful shade of sage green. This allowed us to incorporate current design trends and color schemes without going overboard. By adding touches of the latest style in this phase, you're going to allow yourself to feel on trend without feeling rushed into the decision. The result of this phase is a home that is timeless, practical, and still fresh with those modern little touches. By starting with a solid foundation first and adding authenticity second, and then after all of those design elements are taken into consideration, allowing trends to creep in just enough, you're able to create an intentional home that works for the way that you live now, no matter why you're renovating. If you are ready to start your renovation journey, there are a few ways I can help. First off, I would like to give you my free homeowner training guide, inside of which I cover everything you need to know about the framework that I use every single day for my interior design projects. Whether working on my own home or for my clients in my interior design studio, these are the pillars of success that I use in every single project. It covers everything from gaining clarity and confidence in your design decisions, managing trades and working through your budget and scheduling, and navigating those unknowns that are sure to pop up along the way. Your interior design project can be a success if you're aware of all of the elements at play. So go click the link below and enjoy that free course module. It is my gift to you and an absolute joy and pleasure to provide interior design information in this way. I work across North America with homeowners just like you to bring their dream homes to fruition. I can promise you through the link down below to my services page that my rates are extremely affordable, my processes are entirely transparent, and every single penny of your hard-earned money goes directly into your home where it should be. It would be an absolute pleasure and joy to flip your home alongside you and see the beauty of what your dream home really is come to light. Finally, by subscribing to this channel and liking this video, making comments where you feel appropriate, it does more than you know. It allows me to continue showing up authentically to bring you interior design inspiration directly into your home.